Hi guys, I'm Shmee and welcome to the Nürburgring and more specifically the AMG paddock, where I am surrounded by pretty much every AMG you would want to see, new and old, with the noise of the race cars in the background. But also today I'm going to head into the actual paddock of the N24 itself, because I hear there's some rather exciting news on the Project One front, the hypercar from Mercedes-AMG. So we'll head over and check that out shortly. But while I'm here, I'm just going to walk down this line of cars because, quite frankly, it is mind-blowing. C63 Black Series, the previous gen to the new C. SL65 Black Series, which is, I mean, a 671 horsepower insane monster. I think, is that the most powerful Mercedes ever, maybe? GLA 45, AMG GT R, Green Hell Magno, the colour that goes with the Green Hell, Nürburgring, where we are right now. Then we've got two AMG GT Roadsters, solar beam car. So I've driven that one. I drove a solar beam GTC Roadster at the press launch not too long ago. C Cabriolet, C63 Cabriolet, the new one. C63 Edition 1 Coupe, C63 Estate, and then just heading off there, C63 S Sedan, A45, with the black and yellow. And behind that we've got two E63 S's. Obviously over there we've got the old 300 SEL Rote Sau, the red pig, which is just quite cool, to be honest. Very, I think, instantly recognisable AMG race car from way back. But then we get to this little lineup. Now let's just wander down these. CLK 63 Black Series. CLK Black Series, they also made a DTM, but that thing's just cool. Then we've got C43, C55 AMG. Beyond that, the E55. At the end, the AMG Hammer. I say at the end because behind that is a car I've just driven and made a video with that's coming very soon, the SLS Black Series, and to be honest, it was quite frankly epic. Driving in this was just amazing. I found a big soft spot for this wonderfully gorgeous car, and the paintwork, the carbon against the yellow and the wide body SLS style, the gull-wing doors, it's just cool. All of this stuff is just cool. This is like, just look at that, look down the sort of line of wings. This is a really awesome place to be right now, he says. In my other hand, grabbing my camera to take some photos because I don't want to miss this stuff. Oh, the noise of the SLS starting up. What a lineup right there. This is really rather mega. So we will hopefully be able to catch some of these guys heading out. There we go. The AMG GT R, 585 horsepower of it. 7 minutes and 11 on this very track, Nürburgring Nordschleife. Roof down, obviously. You have to roll that way when the weather's nice. The GTC and the GTR together, that's a cool pairing. The other GTC as well. The timing here was moderately impeccable to catch all of these guys heading out. This is brilliant. All the AMGs. Goes the CLK Black Series. Some crackles. GTC over there. Ah, cool. The SL65 Black is heading out as well. This is amazing. This is like Mercedes new and old history all at once right now. Well, AMG history, I should say. Now, if that didn't whet your appetite enough, I am making a beeline to the AMG driving performance location, where there is a lot more to see, and in particular, inside the building, there is a display for the Project One. So we're going to head straight over there before coming out later on to take a look at all the other goodies that are on display. But it's Project One time. Let's go take a look. Right past the AMG GT3 Edition 50, 500,000 euros, 5 cars to celebrate the 50th anniversary, and it comes with an IWC watch as well. But in here, in we go. Inside here then, under the cover, it's part of the presentation. So the first glimpse at the project, the future. This is what we're looking at then, but to explain it better, Philip can show us around.
Yeah,
so,
you're welcome. So what you see here is the current development status of our hypercar Project One. we're just showing the powertrain today, so we stripped apart everything, take away the exterior styling, the exterior skin, obviously the interior and the cabin, to just focus on the drivetrain components. And what you see immediately in the center, right behind the driver, is the combustion engine, and you already recognize it's Formula One, really, 1-to-1, so we are not talking about some inspiration from Formula One or some minor ideas from Formula One, but it's really the 1.6 liter V6 turbo engine which is used in the Formula One since 2014, more or less, in this formula. So 14, 15, 16, 17. It's always been the same engine formula, and this is it. So you can see that we have a tiny air scoop on top of the car. So you might imagine here's the roof of the car. You can also see the side profile here on this presentation. So the air enters this duct here on top, goes through two air filters on each side, then continues down and enters the compressor of the turbocharger down here. And both wheels are connected via a long shaft, which is just in the center of the V. So we connect these two wheels and add an electric motor on this shaft. So when you look from the front, you can see that behind the turbocharger there's a silver element cylindrically, and this is our MGUH, so it's the motor generator unit heat. So it's an electric component with 80 kilowatts, and it's able to either drive the shaft or being driven by the shaft, so being used as a motor or as a generator. So with this 80 kilowatt electric motor we can speed up the turbine within milliseconds, in an instant, and although it's so big, really very quickly bring it up to maximum speed, and therefore have an excellent responsiveness of the motor. And as Jan already said before, it's even better than in the naturally aspirated V8 Formula One engines that we had before. When we continue maybe towards the rear end, after the turbine we have the exhaust gas system with all the necessary elements to clean the exhaust gas or the after treatment. We have a huge silencer in the back, and then a single exhaust tip at the end of the car. Also with a Formula One-like design with these three tubes here. Underneath the exhaust gas system you see the transmission housing. So this box is there to contain the gearbox, but it's also a structural element of the rear end of the car. So it incorporates all the longitudinals. You can see it looks quite massive, but that's the reason why. So it really is part of the rear end structure. You can also see that the linkages are directly mounted on the transmission box. So there's no subframe or anything. It's really race technology, let's say.
Yeah, efficient and effective.
Exactly. Maybe a few words about the suspension system. You can see this pushrod layout, which is also pure race technology, which we have more or less principally the same on the front. So everything you've seen so far is just driving the rear wheels, okay? So we have another electric motor down here, which is the AMG UK. So this is a 120 kilowatt electric motor, which is directly connected to the crankshaft of the engine. As I said, it's a bit bigger than the MGUH, 120 kilowatts, and again can be used to either drive the crankshaft or being driven by the crankshaft and therefore regenerating energy. On top of that drivetrain here, we have another drivetrain on the front, unlike Formula One. So we have two electric motors on each side of the front axle, each with 120 kilowatt, and you can see the motor here and a little transmission integrated in the front structure in the longitudinal. So we can drive each front wheel independently from each other with all kind of stuff we know from electric drive, SLS, with torque vectoring, so we can accelerate on one side, brake on the other, or
So by way of a sort of total power output of the entire vehicle.
So the total power output exceeds 1,000 horsepower.
Okay.
So we're slightly above that figure.
Yes.
All right. So We don't make it more exact at the moment. In the center between the two axles you can see the battery system. So this is an 800 volt battery here. These two silver housings. It's roughly 4 times the energy amount of a Formula 1 battery.
Okay.
Because Formula 1 is obviously very restricted due to the package, if you look at the picture of the car up there, and also restricted in size by the FIA. So we don't have these restrictions, and we have a bigger car, so we have the space to put 4 times the energy than in Formula 1. But we still have the same cell technology, we have the same cooling technology for the cells, we have the same layout of cells within these battery packs, but we just take 4 times the number of cells.
Wow. Well, it all looks very impressive.
I hope so, yeah. I agree.
Looking forward to seeing more of it now. So, there we have it. The car is going to be revealed at the IAA in full. 275 of them are going to go to customers. But that was a pretty special look behind the scenes at the Project One. So a big thanks to the guys for showing me the car. Pretty special opportunity right there, and I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, that was really very special. It's quite hard to explain quite how much so, but we've just been taking a look at the Mercedes Project One, named Project One, the code name, obviously because it's based on the Formula One engine, a car of which we're going to see the launch of at the Frankfurt IAA in September, and I, for one, cannot wait to see how that looks. But while we're here on the Mercedes stand, over there we've got the 50th anniversary GT3, but if I spin the camera around and talk to you about what we are looking at right here, we have the 300 SEL 6.8 Rote Sau, another one of them, second one we've seen today. Then we have the 190E from 1993. Then we come on to one of my favorites, the 97 CLK GT R. This thing is, well, this is the race car. There were a number of road cars as well. It's incredible. Next to that, CLK DTM, 2001 CLK DTM. And then lastly here we have the SLS AMG Gt3 from the Spa 24 Hours in 2013. That's the sort of normal closed cars. Then obviously the AMG Formula 1 car, 2014 Formula 1 car, which just look nothing like those, normal road cars. And this is kind of what the new Project One is loosely based on, the 1.6 litre engine. This is what it looks like when you see the car without, well, with stuff on top of it. So that is the AMG stand, and that's been a pretty awesome day, taking a look at all the AMGs, and then taking a look at Project One. Just let's think about this. That's Project One. That is their new hypercar. That is the car that is massively oversubscribed. It's going to rewrite our mind in terms of what we understand of hypercar and track car, but has a number plate for the road. And, well, amazing opportunity. So a huge thanks to Mercedes-AMG for letting me come and have a look and share this with you, and of course to Philip for showing us around the car too. Wow, awesome day. Thank you very much as always for watching, guys. Make sure you're subscribed. Come back, check out the full launch of Project One when it's finished in September, and there will be lots more stuff obviously between now and then too. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch up with you again very soon. Cheers!